You're listening to Fat Cat Radio, a family of hosts playing the best local music, raising the bar one note at a time.
Welcome to the Big Rich and Little Lisa show. Tonight we talk Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. Martin Sheen makes an appearance, and that dirty coronavirus. Lysol butt wipe, and man, is this thing as serious as they say? Join us next to find out.
It'll be a great evening. Lots of information to get out there.
All I do when I'm alone is think about little Lise. How you doing tonight, girl?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Man, I'm feeling a little down tonight. I don't know why.
Well, I hope I can cheer you up and have you laughing.
Oh, I think you will. I just feel like there's a gloom over everything right now. I just like a haze. I just feel like I gotta break out. Like I'm being cocooned in this shell, and I just want to break out. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
All right. What's going on tonight? Friends, family, fans. Hopefully everyone, we're getting this volume and mic thing leveled out for you guys here at the start. That's why we're starting a little late. A few minutes late as we were having some issues with the mixing board, and we're trying to get that situated. So with that said, I hope that you guys are ready for a good show tonight. As you can hear from the intro, we're going to talk a little bit about everything tonight. We got our Where's the Beef segment, man, and we got another great independent artist out of the South this week. So hopefully we got all this stuff on track, and you're strapped in with us, man, for the next hour. So, Lise, you want to kick us off with something to maybe cheer me up a little?
Yeah, let's start this out with the top 5 celebrities that have the biggest rap record of being arrested.
Hold up. Biggest rap record like hip hop?
No. We're talking about, fans have their fame, their money, but they also have arrest records.
Oh, you're talking about like that rap sheet.
Yeah.
Like the bad boys and bad girls of Hollywood.
That's right.
Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Sitting on the side of the road. My name is Martin Sheen, and I just smoked a bowl.
All right, well, let's jump into this. Coming in at number 5, we have a tie between Courtney Love, age 55, and 33-year-old Lindsay Lohan.
Ooh, Lohan, I love you, girl.
All right, my daughter loves her too. Anyhow, they both have 10 arrests, with Lohan being mostly for just traffic violations. Love's come in for drugs.
Go figure.
Just say no to drugs, kids.
No doubt.
Okay, so coming in at number 4, we have Suge Knight.
What? Didn't we just talk about him last week?
We did.
Where's the beef, baby?
Age 54 with 15 arrests, including conviction for manslaughter for following a hit and run.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
Bringing in number 3, no other than rapper DMX.
What?
Rapper with the rap sheet. Go figure, right?
Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Whoa.
Age 49, 24 arrests, including sentences for robbery and tax fraud.
Man, them taxes ain't no joke, baby.
Right. And DMX be making some hellacious money.
What? You already know. He's
all
like,
right.
I deserve this. I don't pay taxes, baby.
And at number 2, we have Baby Shambles singer Pete Doherty. I believe it's how you pronounce it.
Pete Doherty.
26 arrests under his belt.
Wow. Okay, Pete.
And coming in at number 1. Can you take a guess?
Man, I think I probably smoked a bowl with him back in the day.
Martin Sheen.
Hey, what's up, Martin?
79 with a whopping 66 arrests.
60. Dude,
66.
No wonder your son is sitting there high on dope on camera winning.
right? If he keeps it up, he'll have just as many arrests as he does years of living.
He's getting close.
He is 79 years old with 66 arrests.
Man, the Sheens, dude, they're buck wild.
Yeah, have you heard the allegations made by one of the Corys? About Charlie
there's only
Sheen?
one. There's only one alive now,
Yes.
so it has to be the crazy one.
Well, he's making the claim, but he's claiming sexual abuse from Charlie Sheen on the Corey that's passed away.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
So he's basically So Corey Feldman is saying that Corey Haim was sexually molested by.
Yes, he claims that
Charlie Sheen.
That Charlie Sheen bent.
Wow. Okay.
Him. Yeah. Like whoa. We won't go into all them details, but yes.
Well, you know what, man? That kind of stuff happens. I mean, and Charlie Sheen's a demonic freak. You know, like he said, he's a dude, the demons in me, you can't control them. They're lustful. And he goes, I'm doing it all. Man, I mean, dude, when Charlie Sheen comes over the house, the fish stop swimming. Dude, kids stop playing. Everybody's just like, it's like, act like you're not here. He might not see you. Just kidding, Charlie. I'm glad to see you're sober and getting your life back on track. You needed to.
Yeah.
Prostitute, stripper party, and porn star. What did he call himself? Warlock?
I don't know.
Winning.
Charlie Sheen been out there for a while.
He's like, man, I'm Charlie Sheen. I do everything at 1,000%.
Yeah.
There is no one gear. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to be a rock star. I'm going to be the best at it. So if I'm smoking rocks, I'm going to be the best rock smoker on the block. I will. You're for a rock.
Yeah. I think we both agree that Charlie Sheen probably should be. Well, we put him in quarantine for a while.
He has folks, there's a new virus on the West Coast, and it's called the Locosovo CV-19. That means you're crazy in the membrane, insane in the membrane.
That's right.
Charlie Sheen was the first one to have it. Speaking of viruses, you got anything you want to, maybe some lighthearted stuff on this corona? Because there's been a lot of craziness.
Oh, yeah, there has been a lot of craziness. And, like, I have this whole thing that I want to talk to you guys about tonight on this coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still researching it. You know me as a skeptic and they call me the conspiracy man because I always look into stuff. But, you know, I've been kind of, because you deal with me, I've been dabbling into this, trying to find stuff out. And I've got contacts, folks. And I've been getting drops since about December 22nd about this. The first week of January, unnamed source told me, man, be on the lookout, dude. They're going to shut the entire world down. And I'm like, yeah, right. There is no way. It's impossible. He's like, yeah, and it's going to go a lot deeper than this because it's not, they're going to front it as something spooky and scary, but yet it's really, at the end of the day, not spooky and scary because they're saying, oh, well, it's only killing people that are not in good health over, if you're over 50, 60, 70 with, these complications, you have a chance of it turning into something more serious in the lungs. And, the incubation period, people are spreading it around and not even knowing it because this can be spread while it's incubated, and it stays incubated in some people for up to 22 days. So it was just a lot of weird things that were tied to it. And it makes you go, okay, well, look, if it's just another influenza strand, a little stronger, a little meaner, and, why all the border shutdowns and closings and martial law or, national states of emergency? And, you're seeing every country do this now. And then, bam, overnight, we've gotten the quickest turnaround in the history of the world. We've got a vaccine ready for testing.
Right.
And now they want to vaccine the entire world.
Yeah.
So there's something to, and it made me start thinking, okay, you know me, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs sometimes. And it didn't strike me till yesterday. Is this something, are they implementing something that's going to have tied to like a one world government, one world religion, or one world money system? Because if just one of our bakeries closes down in this region, I'm out of work.
Right.
I don't get paid. I only get paid. I'm an independent contractor for Flowers Baking. I only get paid for the loaves that I purchase from them and I put into these store shelves. If we have a bakery closed down for quarantine and I can only get partial orders from around the country from other bakeries that are helping out, I therefore start losing money. Then the people are not going to be eating. Do you see where I'm going with this? So it's a lot of things that can happen. This is a big, when you got March Madness, the NBA, the MLB, the major soccer leagues, when you have these type entities shutting down, and these are billion-dollar industries, March Madness makes a lot of people a lot of money. Okay, and for them to shut that down, it makes you go, wow, okay, this has got to be killing people in the millions. This is the zombie apocalypse, but yet it's not. There's this calm. There's this, oh, nothing to see here. Everything's okay. So what are we missing?
Right.
Is something else going on behind? Are they, that old, the red, the bull in the arena with the red, you flag him with the red. So he goes towards the red and you stab him with a sword. Are they showing us, ooh, shiny over here? But then the wizard behind the curtain, he's like, major vaccine, mark of the beast, or something like that. It's got me thinking. We don't know. It's weird. But anyways, I know you had some good stuff on it. You want to pop off?
Yeah. Now, these numbers are as of the 13th of this month, so I know this is 2 days later. But as of the 13th, there was 128,343 people worldwide that had tested positive for the coronavirus.
And I think it's inched up to about 150 now, but yeah.
4,720 of those people died. Mm-hmm. But over 3,000 of those people were from China alone. 68,324 people have healed, whatever you want to say. Okay. So if you do that math, it comes down to like a 3.6% death rate worldwide. But if you take China's death completely out of the equation, it lowers it to a 1.5% death rate.
That's still too much for like a flu that's so new.
Right.
If you ask me, because what is the basic flu is like not even 1% worldwide every year. It's like point something, I believe. I could be wrong. If you're a fan out there and you want to message us, you can message me my IM during the show or text me any info like you did last weekend. We appreciated all the interaction. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just there's some. I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like it feels like you're back in class, like when I was in college, and say the professor was lecturing on something, and he's like, okay, today we're going to talk about quantum physics, right? And he starts talking, and you feel like 3 seconds into it, he's speaking Chinese because I just don't understand or grip any of it yet, right? That's how I feel about all this right now. I feel like everything is just a haze. It's like I'm missing something. Like, yeah, I feel like something big could happen, but it's not the virus itself.
Right. There's a lot of different things going on out there with people and their speculations. I've had people tell me that they believe, that this is a cover up for something, but they don't know what. I've had people tell me, that they believe that this is, they were talking at one point and microchipping everybody and stating that now they're talking about putting this microchip into the new vaccination, supposedly, because we know, look at the shelves. We know people are going crazy. The hysteria is just outrageous. So if they come and say, oh yeah, we got a vaccination, all those sheep-minded people are going to be lined up for this vaccination, not realizing what could be in it. Is there a microchip in it? Who knows? You know, I had a video sent to me like literally less than an hour ago, so I wasn't able to include that into the documents I have in front of me. But this video was stating that Trump has literally shut down one of the largest worldwide sex trafficking rings, and there's a lot of big people, including NBA players and other people that are involved in this.
Oh wow!
And so he's like getting ready to do a massive arrest, and that's why this is there, is to kind of, you know, shun everybody away from that, so they don't realize what's really going on behind, you know, doors. And I don't know. I do know that 2 days ago I was doing some research on Prince Harry, and his, you know, wife Meghan, and found out in one paragraph, one little sentence, and all the stuff that I read, that they stepped down due to human trafficking because they were concerned about their son's safety, and that's why they chose not to be in the royal part of the family anymore. You know, so
I don't know. There's this crazy guy, and I forget his name, over in England, but he's even been knighted by the Queen. And oh man, I've watched so many videos, and he is a scumbucket. I mean, he is like the king of child trafficking over there in Europe and England. And the Queen knighted this son of a. It's sickening. You know, look, people, live your life. I judge no one, and I love everyone. But when it comes to children, those are our children to protect.
Right. So I mean, it's very well possible that's what is going on there. I had a fan send me a little paragraph thing, and I want to read it to you guys just to see what you all think about it. It says, just like that, the government controls all sporting events, concerts, jobs, colleges, schools, medical facilities, whether or not you leave your house. The resources have been depleted, such as toilet paper, food, controls all travel. And then you guys wonder why they develop and use viruses to scare the public. They control you and everything about your life. You see how easy it was? Mass panic, hysteria, complete control of literally the world over a virus, one that has a survival rate as high as we have. All freedom has been limited, and overnight, people wake up. Look how easy it was. I mean, it really touched me when I read that, because it's got so much truth behind that.
This just came through to me right now from a fan. Thank you. Oklahoma, I guess, is now under a state of emergency for the COVID-19, and they're talking about implementing emergency operation plans for people to go to and from work, specific shopping times. This is Governor Kevin Stint. Just put this order shall be effective the end of 30 days after filing of this order.
So what's going to happen with coronavirus in 30 days?
Let's listen to this. I mean, wow. Agencies responding to this. Transmit a clear delegation of authority for state agency directors to designate. Yeah. And we really haven't had that many cases here on the surface. And now we're going to this, like a state lockdown. Come on.
Something is going on behind the curtain that nobody's wanting us to know about.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of weird. I mean, I could stand, not just myself, but everyone out there. I'm 2 to 3 checks. If I miss work 2 to 3 weeks in a row, I'm on the street. I mean, I've had to blow through a ton of savings medical wise because I lost my insurance with Obamacare.
Right.
And I've had to leave, and you know the different things that I deal with. And I mean, I've probably spent well over 80 grand out of my own pocket and my own accounts on medical the last 9 years. And I've been blessed because that's a low number. I know some people that have lost everything because of medical.
Right.
And the insurance, like I said, I've talked about it in previous shows, the insurance programs that I did have previously, I tried to get those to the .gov website, and it was almost double or triple for a lesser plan. So the independent businessman was really getting hit hard with that. But yeah, man, that's spooky. Thank you for sending that in, Miss Cook. Appreciate you. Glad to know you're listening to us tonight. Thank you. Hopefully we're coming across clear for you tonight out there. Good old Governor Stitt.
Wasn't he the one that was just on live, I believe it was Friday, stating that he is not recommending that they close the schools down here?
Yes.
And now we're under a state emergency lockdown. 2 days later. Was there a whole bunch of cases overnight? I mean, what's caused this? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, it don't make sense. And if they actually do the research and they go back and actually look this up, all of our fans that are listening, since 2008, every 2 years, we've had some type of outbreak. Every 2 years. You know what I mean? And it's like...
I know you were telling me you had a list of those.
Yeah, 2004 we had SARS.
Yeah.
2008 we had the bird flu. 2010 was swine. 2012 was MERS. 2014 Ebola. 2016 Zika. 2018 Ebola again. Now here we are, 2020, coronavirus. Every 2 years, going back all the way to 2008, we've had some type of outbreak that's going to kill everybody in the world. And, you know.
But this is the first one that they've really taken, and this is the least scary one of all of them to me, because I know that they said there's multiple strands of the coronavirus, but it is said the human coronavirus in the back of Lysol cans for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know there's different strands and there's designers and they do work on stuff trying to, that's just man opening Pandora's box. They work on splicing and creating new diseases and viruses just to see if they can, I guess. I don't know why they open that door. They should just be trying to fix the issues we have instead of creating new ones.
But like I said, obviously I don't want anyone to pass away from any type of virus. But when you really stop and think about it, how many people are in the world, the entire world? 1.5%, if you take China's death rate out, 1.5% is the death rate for the rest of the entire world.
And this just came in, too, from a local fan. As of today, there are currently 7 cases in Oklahoma total and 1 case in Oklahoma City, and that's the closest to us. So we're going into a state of emergency on 8 cases.
I wonder how many cases there have been of the flu just this year alone. Just the regular flu.
I know. I was like, I know in this household, in this street, there's probably just 200.
Right. Or how many people has passed away from heart disease. You know, I mean, obviously heart disease isn't contagious, but even if you get the flu, the possibility that you're going to die from it is so slim unless you are sick. A lot of the people that have passed away in the United States have been in medical facilities for the elderly and the disabled that have underlying health issues. A 103-year-old lady survived from the coronavirus. I don't know how much toilet paper it took for her to survive, but she survived this coronavirus.
You know what also is finding me very curious? Where's Russia in all this?
Yeah, where's Russia?
As of today, I think they've got 1 case. And they're so quiet about it.
Oh, I know what it is.
And now China's blaming the U.S.
Yeah. That makes me wonder, too. Because I also thought about this. It was back in January, beginning of January, when Trump bombed North Korea. About a week and a half, 2 weeks later, we start hearing about the coronaviruses, and it rapidly exploded overnight over there. Is it possible that when he hit their plant, they had chemical warfare in there, and it took a couple weeks for it to get? Yeah, I mean, you don't know you even have the symptoms or that you're sick for 11 days. Is it possible?
I don't know. Anything's possible.
And maybe that's why they're blaming our
troops. I do know
troops.
that you do the homework and you trace back to the Wuhan biohazard facility where this testing was taking place and where one of their lead doctors had died from the coronavirus. and you see who the financial backers were to get those up and going. It's a list of names that is tagged to eugenics. And I'm not even going to list the names because I don't want to go into it tonight. But people know, if you know a little bit about anything on conspiracy and eugenics, you know of the people who I speak. And I mean, Bill Gates. I mean, sorry. But anyways, man, let's get some smiles on these faces, man. You got anything crazy, funny?
Well, I have something that's crazy. I don't know if it's funny.
Okay, well, I like crazy. You know that.
This is local. Well, maybe not local, but it's local for us. It's Oklahoma.
Local.
Seminole, Oklahoma.
That's close enough.
Police Chief David Hansen is under investigation after being accused of harassing gay shop owners.
Really?
Yeah. Hansen has admitted to using gay slurs in text messages with Todd Holliday, who runs the office supply store with his husband in Seminole. Hansen insisted he is not homophobic, saying that the Hollidays are his family friends. And in one of his text messages, Hansen also refers himself to as the Hollidays' daddy. While some of the other messages are way too vulgar to be said on the radio, Hansen is calling the slurs Cordell and off-color text. We shouldn't have to endure the text, Todd Holliday told KFOR-TV. And no one should, especially from the head of the chief police department. I have been called very derogatory and slanderous names by Hansen. Hansen calls the Hollidays' claims shocking and stated that although he had made comments of the Hollidays being gay, that they had also made gay comments themselves and also made fun of him for being Jewish. Hansen continued to say that if he has offended the Hollidays or the LGBTQ community in any way, that he is sincerely apologizing. The city manager, Steve Saxon, said that in a statement to officials that they have launched an outside investigation into the complaints. The Hollidays say that they now fear for their safety after coming forward and feel like they have a target on their backs.
Oh, wow. Okay. Crazy.
So it's kind of crazy. I mean, to me, when I think of chief police or I think of fire department or EMS, I feel like they're our protectors. You know what I mean? Like,
sure,
you should be able to call them, console with them at any point in time and feel safe. And if I was, gay or whatever, and I had a chief police doing that, who would I turn to? I mean, chief police, we all know that there's crooked cops everywhere. Mm-hmm. And then there's also the good ones, Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It was shocking.
That's very homophobic, and I think that I don't care if it was cordial or not. I don't care if he is a friend of the family. He has a position of authority, and if they're feeling threatened by this, I think he needs to be removed from his position. And that, I mean, look, we live in a world where you've got to respect them. If you're not going to respect people, at least show some understanding. We lack so much love in this world, and it really pees me off because I love everyone. But with that said, I just got another text, thank you, from TB. And TB is saying that there is a Saint Corona, but little is known about her. Oddly enough, she is part of, and it won't pop up. I can't read the rest. He was trying to send me something. I don't know if it was meant to be funny or if it was serious. Maybe he can try and send me a better link in there. But Big Mama says, "What's up, guys? I love you."
What's up, Big Mama? We love you.
Big Mama.
And while we're doing shout outs, I hope she's listening. I ran into a lady at the Walmart store over in Purcell, Oklahoma today named Gayla. If you're listening, girl, shout out to you for listening. I told you I had to call her at you. I hope that you're listening.
You already know you're my favorite girl over there when I deliver bread, Gayla. Hope you're doing good.
Let me tell you about this app that I came across. It's funny. It's called the Cameo app. And the app allows users, like such as me or yourself or, just anybody, to buy personalized messages from their favorite celebrities. You can order birthday greetings from Charlie Sheen to New Year's congrats from Snoop Dogg himself You know, and there's multiple celebrities that you can choose from. And I believe you just type in what you want them to say to you, and then they do it back. So, anyways,
word up. That's
it cost anywhere from $15 to $3,000.
Wow. Who is texting me 3,000 a voice? Who is that? Is that probably like the Queen Elizabeth? Or?
No, Jenner.
Shut up. Bruce? Or what's his name now? Caitlyn
Jenner.
Bro, I used to love you, dude.
$3,000.
$3,000 to get a inspirational
from the app actually takes 25% of whatever the cost of the message is for their fee. And I just thought it was crazy. Like, I'm not gonna pay $3,000 for somebody to say, hey, to me. Just not doing it.
You look good. You're smart enough.
Hey, I'll put this out there. If anybody wants to pay me $5, Lil Lisa will give you a shout out.
I will. I'll give you a shout out for free. I'll just play that Prince song. You sexy mother. Oh, great. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I mean, we're not getting a lot of deals here. It is about that time, though, Lise. I'm going to go ahead and give a radio call out there. Everybody knows that you are listening to Fat Cat Radio at FCR247.com. And we are brought to you tonight in good hands thanks to people like Twism. And there are other great shows on here, as well as all the hot, new, and upcoming independent artists and some fresh today's hits. And you've got the Anything Goes Project, Mike Simons. He's on here Tuesdays live, and then he has his replays on Fridays. And this is all brought to us thanks to Twism. And speaking of Twism 2020, man, that album is banging. And Lise didn't get to listen to all of it, but we were rolling around today doing a lot of stuff for the company. And I let her hear the whole album. And we were just both. We almost had tears in our eyes with that song he has.
My Children.
My Children. Dude, it's
and
so
Heat
good.
Wave.
Yeah, oh, and Heat Wave is hitting.
Oh, yeah.
And that bass was just like, yeah, it was so good, man. Kudos to Twiz, man. That album was banging.
Yeah, he can send me a CD. I'll play it in my car and promote it all over Shawnee. Because his music, it was awesome.
I bet you would.
I didn't want to get out of the truck today.
I know, man. And speaking of, when we were there, remember we were telling people, we did kind of a little live Facebook update.
Yes, we did.
Folks, it's not just toilet paper. It's everything that you can think of that, like, you wouldn't normally, like, all right, I said, let's at least go over and see the vitamin C chewables and gummies. Not one on the shelf. All right, let's check hand sanitizers or anything that's a cleaner peroxide alcohol. Nothing.
No bleach.
Cotton balls. Nothing. Bleach. Nothing. Wet wipes, baby wipes, even in the baby diaper section, nothing. I mean, and in some places, cloth. In the maintenance and parts area where they have the workshop towels and stuff, gone. I mean, anything that you could think of, gone. And it's just like, wow, okay, people done gone cray-cray.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so much TP. I think we usually keep enough in here to last a month.
That's how we are.
You know, at all times in our home, you know, along with a few wet wipes here and there, and Kleenex and paper towels out in the shed room or the pantry. And so I just found it odd.
What people aren't realizing, though, when they're going out and buying 20 to 25 bottles of hand sanitizer for themselves, they're restricting other people from being able to buy them products. The only way to supposedly stop this virus and actually kill it in its tracks is if everybody's able to sanitize themselves, clean themselves, wash their hands. if you're taking everything to where half the population can't buy it and you're hoarding the other shit that you won't use, excuse my language, how do you expect Billy Joe down the street to clean his hands if I've got 15 bottles of hand sanitizers and all the bleaches and soaps at my house?
Yeah.
Stop being inconsiderate, people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need but one bottle of hand sanitizer. I mean, a squirt goes a long ways.
No, I agree.
And if you're not going out in public and shaking hands with people and touching everything all day long, and you're at your house most of the time, you don't need to sanitize yourself 100 times a day. You sanitize yourself when you go out and then come back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, common sense. But anyways, let me tell you about Lori Vallow. Have you heard that name in the news lately?
I don't know. Not at all.
They're calling her the cult mom. She's 46. She was just extradited back to Idaho to face trial for 2 counts of felony child abandonment. Vallow's children are Joshua Vallow, a.k.a. JJ, age 7, and Tylee Ryan, age 17, have been missing since September of 2019. Last year. That's a long time. Joshua was last seen at his elementary school in Rexburg, Idaho, and his sister Tylee was last seen at Yellowstone National Park in Montana with her mother and now her stepfather. Her stepfather's name is Chad Daybell, and he's an alleged Doomsday cult member, and he's also Lori's 5th husband. Daybell used to be a gravedigger nearly 30 years ago. Last week, he sat in a Madison County courtroom in Idaho where his second wife, Lori, clad in an orange and white striped jumpsuit with blonde curls and bright lipstick. I don't know where she got lipstick at in prison or in jail, but she did. She smiled before the judge, who lowered her bail from $5 million to $1 million. She's not giving her children's location up. She's not following what the judge tells her to, so he lowers her bond. Doesn't make sense. The couple got married just a month after the children's disappearance, and only within weeks of Daybell's former wife's death. Tammy and him were married for 30 years, and she's the mother of his 5 children. They found Tammy dead in the family home in October. Her death was initially ruled to be a natural causes, but since has exhumed her for further investigations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Lori's 4th husband, Alex Cox, was also killed in December of last year by Lori's brother, Alex Cox, I believe is what his name was. Anyway, Daybell did tell ABC that the kids were safe, but gave no evidence to their whereabouts, leaving the relatives relying on faith that they'll be found safe and alive.
Yeah, man, it's like we're just having a drink. We ain't got nothing funny going on tonight.
Oh, we got some funnies. Do you want to hear some funnies?
No, man, time's fleeting. It's time for Where's the Beef, baby girl.
Let's do it.
We didn't let Corona take over the show. We got to get some beef going. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
We got to try and we got to lighten it up a little in here tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
I love beef. That's what's for dinner.
Beef bourguignon.
Where's the beef?
Beef stroganoff.
Where's the beef?
Sizzling beef. Spicy braised beef. Barbecued beef ribs. Beef Wellington.
Let's get it.
Pepper beef. Beef.
Hey, where's the beef?
Do you see where I'm going with this?
I don't sleep on no beef. We ain't sleeping no niggas. You know I'm on top of everything, nigga. I come on your street.
All right, where's the beef, folks? We're trying to get that audio correct with that, man, in the future. I can't. Mike Simon stays so busy, so he's the one that helps me out with that usually. Anyways, tonight's beef, man, it's going to take us back to 2016. I know, I like going old school sometimes. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Versus Vin, "Hey baby, I got the body diesel." Man, Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel were reportedly at odds after Johnson's rant about unprofessionalism on the set of the Fast 8 movie. In a Facebook post dating back to Monday, August 1st, 2016, The Rock wrote, "Some male co-stars, in parentheses, conduct themselves as stand-up men and true professionals, while others don't. The ones that don't are too chicken shit to do anything about it anyway. He's just a candy ass." He's going wrestling with it, WWE. When you watch this movie next April, and this is obviously I pulled this from the archives,
Right.
and it seems like I'm not acting in some of these scenes and my blood is legitimately boiling. You're right, it was, because my co-star Diesel just wasn't pulling his weight. Wow. Yeah. And Vin Diesel, he did respond back, but cryptically. Johnson's claims in a new Instagram video, which I say new, it was new then,
Right.
in which he ultimately states, "I will tell you everything. You just need to listen." And that's it. So I guess basically he was just brushing The Rock off his shoulders, like, you can say what you want, you WWE wrestler. I'm Vin. I've been around forever.
Right.
I've been making movies long when you were still practicing how to wrestle. It's when you were still hitting linebackers in Miami U. But anyways, folks, tonight, that's our Where's the Beef? And I guess to this day, supposedly they've talked, but they're not really friends. I wonder why. I guess if another radio host called me a candy ass and that I suck, I wouldn't want to be his friend either. Oh, good Lord. The world is a small place and it goes round and round and round. All right, give me that funny.
Okay. So over the past week, I know we've been talking about the corona a lot, but over the past week, I have snatched, I guess I could say, some of the funniest memes that I could possibly do.
Okay.
And I want to tell you guys my funniest ones.
All right.
First one is it says Corona kills 15 people and the U.S. loses its shit. Heart disease kills over 500,000 a year. And then we put fried chicken between two donuts.
Thank you, KFC.
We love you. Here's another one. Have you thought about unplugging 2020 and waiting 30 seconds and then plugging us back in?
No.
Maybe that'll work. It works when I do it to my router at home when the internet messes up.
Oh, good Lord. That was cute.
Here we go. I'm stocking up on cheese. Don't need toilet paper if you're constipated.
Oh, no doubt.
Here we go. To all the numbnuts out there hoarding all the toilet paper, I'm buying up all the plungers. Checkmate, bitches.
Yeah, that's good.
This is the last one I'll read out. The Lysol commercial tells me that I should disinfect the things that I touch the most. I have a feeling this is going to burn.
Very little thing. Those were cute. I like it.
I thought they were pretty funny.
All right.
I have a lot more. If we have time, I'll read a couple more or something.
I saw one too. There's so many funny little things out there where the guy said, "It's not the reason I'm not shaking your hand is it's not the coronavirus. It's the fact that there's no toilet paper available anywhere."
Well, for everybody listening, I want y'all to know I was a daredevil today. I had Chinese for lunch and with a Corona.
I know, but did that Corona come with virus or lime and salt?
Lime and salt.
All right, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
Okay, so man, time is flying tonight. 8:20. I want to go ahead and get this. We're trying to spotlight independent artists, and I got another one. This guy actually worked. I believe his name is Little Loco, and he actually did a song with Consequence. It's not Murder Hill Mafia, who we played last week, MHM. This guy, I think, from what I'm told, is either the cousin or nephew of the main guy, Paul, from 3-6 Mafia. in Memphis. And we got this song. It's called Stay Out the Way. And I'm going to try and get it up and going here. And it's got my nephew Consequence and a guy called Little Loco. And let's see here. Let us know what you think, folks.
Zanna, Loco. See the 6 in this bitch. On your hip, be about it. Niggas softer than down it. I give all my goons loaded choppers. They treat that like allowance. Uppers, I'm downing. I'm down in my uppers. I keep a stick like it's butter. I'ma shoot it at the buzzer. Kobe, yeah, Kush, yeah, OG, came out. But mama know I trap, yeah, she found a QP. I'm throwing my mama a couple of commas for keeping it low key. Appreciate that. Hit him in the mouth, then ask me the nigga get hard like Jody. Money, power, respect. Cock it, aim at your neck. Got me yelling, chick may send a couple shots to your chest. I just got out the road. Drake and Josh with the shows. Load and shoot and reload. I'm on my Jupiter flow. Ring around Saturday. Then move to Jupiter, ho. I'm high. I add coke to the dough. I'm loco with that automatic. Your hoe too dramatic. Bitch, I'm full of cabbage. I can get a bitch wetter than a Krabby Patty. I can make you drink like a Laffy Taffy. Nigga bang like Dave. Blind to the fag like Ray. I be on chronic like Dre. Trying to stay out the way. Trying to stay out the way. Trying to stay out the way. My bitches don't come over. They say I stay out the way. But a nigga A1. You might be some A1. Cause you just a big A mistake. You need to stay out the way. You need to stay out the way. You need to stay out the way. Real thug niggas in here. You need to get out the way.
I try to stay out the way, but haters won't stay in their lane. Fucking around with this in my little homie, then you gon' need for one more pain. Check it, this shit ain't the same. I'm out for the fortune and fame. I try to stay infamous like I'm Lil Ricky, but it's hard to do when you killin' the game. The way that these lyrics fill up in my brain, if I don't let them out, then I might go insane and kill all of these bitches and snitches and lame. Just straight fear in the hearts of who mention my name. Jumped at your mirror like Candyman, it's real street shit, this ain't Candyland. I keep tools like a motherfucking handyman, so bitch drop it off, I want all the bands. Most of these boys pussy like a clitoris. You must have not know who you were dealing with. Consequence, ain't got no time for no stupid shit. Slowly it's turning me into a lunatic, about to explode like a stick of dynamite. You should've stayed out the way, now you over with. Should've just stayed in your place like your homie did. If you could wanna get wrong, then it's on again. Bitch.
And there we go, folks.
That was awesome.
I don't know, man. I loved it. Hopefully it came across clear tonight and not all crazy choppy. And hopefully let us know what you think about that, fans. We're going to try and get these on rotation on the radio show as well. I'm trying to get some copies to Twism, get them some play here on the radio station. And I mean, though these guys are putting in work down there in the South, man. They're trying to, do that Southern thing, and bring back, the non-mumble, that lyrical style flow, not that mumble gumbo. I know people love the mumble. I'm just saying I don't. Sorry, I'm an old head. So, but anyways, yeah, we're getting a couple of little feedbacks on that. Thank you, fans, appreciate the input. I like to pass that on to the guys that did that song. So awesome. Yeah, okay. So here's what this guy fan sent in. That I guess there is a Saint Corona. Little is known about her. Oddly enough, she is the patron saint of pandemics.
Huh.
Weird. Yeah, that's crazy. Somebody sent this and he goes, I see a baby boom coming in the 9 months, in the next 9 months. They'll be called the C19 babies, and the number one baby names will be Sherman and Scott. Don't squeeze the Sherman.
That was
Anyways,
funny.
that was funny. Folks, I appreciate all your efforts tonight. Be looking on the BRRS-MEDIA fan page on Facebook and the website at BRRS-MEDIA.com for the JFK release. This is part one of a three-parter that I did with Wayne Hudgens out of Germany. It's really fun, interesting. We talk about some new documents that were opened up. And speaking of JFK, Lise, just real quick, you remember all that stuff that was going on with Q, with Trump, and everyone was like, JFK Jr. is alive, man. And they were showing pictures, and it actually almost looked like him and his wife and sister in these pictures. And it was just wild. So I wonder whatever happened to that. It kind of lost a little steam. But, because with Trump opening up all the docs and making everything, to where you can read it, we talk about a lot of things. And I show a lot of things on there where there are people that day saying that there was multiple 1 to 6 gunshots, and they've always said one shooter. And a lot of things are opened up to us, as well as quotes and things from presidents and from the Warren Commission. It's wild, but we take you on a wild ride with that. We show you some enlightening stuff. So if that's your gig, guys, be looking for that. It'll be late tonight, so you'll probably have a better chance of catching it tomorrow. I'll just be putting it up late because that's the easiest time for things to upload around here in the evening. And with that said, me and Lisa are working hard on our Prisons for Profits deal. We've got several interviews knocked out already. I'm going to have the wonderful and beautiful Gwen Clapper. She came on with me, and we talked about life as an EMS, being an empath, and also being a psychic medium, and some of the things, how that made her job a lot more difficult than it should have been, especially at accidents where someone had passed. So that was a fun ride. And I've got a lot of things cooking. Jimmy Starr's starting to work with us now. And he's going to be filtering over some guests. Some of them we can have live on the radio show. Some will be on the Big Rich show. We're going to get that all ironed out. That's in the works. And, the Anything Goes project with Mike, he's got some great things going on over there as well. And Josh Morris, guys, I know I haven't brought his name up a lot, but Josh Morris over at the Everything Paranormal show. He does his live shows on YouTube on Thursdays, and he's a good friend of mine. He does excellent work, and he's got some big things coming up. He's about to be at doing some speaking, I think, at an event here in North Carolina. It's like they have those paranormal paracons and things of that sort. Well, he'll be there endorsing his new book, talking about a few different things. And so if you're in the North Carolina area, go out and give Josh a nudge, man. He's a great guy. And keep up your feedback to us. We love it. The more we know you want to hear about, the more we'll be able to delve into it and get it for you. So, do you have anything else you want to share tonight, Sweets?
Are you going to tell the fans about the show that I'm going to do on child abuse?
I don't know anything about it. No, I'm just kidding. Well, we all right. We get together once a week. I mean, that's all the time we have. We throw stuff down, and we toss ideas at each other. And one of these, and we're also going to be having, we got a lot of things coming up. I just mentioned things that I know in solid, but this is something that Lisa's going to be working on, and I'll let her talk a little bit about it. And it's going to be a very good, it's going to be a look into things not here in Oklahoma, but, around the country and in Kansas. And she'll have some eyewitnesses. and some stories. And this will be a good little thing she's putting together on her own, and I will be helping her. And we're going to get something out, but I'll let her talk a little bit more about that. And we do have a lot of wild different things coming up. We're going to be having somebody who's transitioning, a transgender. They're going to come on. She was a Marine, did a lot of special missions for this country, loves America, loves her country. And so, yeah, that'll be something new for me. And so we'll be talking with that person. And like I said, we got so much good stuff coming for you guys in 2020, along with the live radio show that we're going to keep going here. And this, like I said, folks, this will continue to get better and better. It's like anything that I touch. It starts out, and then as I get it molded to where I want, we'll have it. I mean, this thing will be a pristine, clean, running machine. But go ahead and tell the fans a little about that.
So the story that I want to do in the podcast is going to be based on child abuse and what we can do to help stop child abuse. It's going to talk about some cases that I'm familiar with, and how children have been failed by the system. They've been failed to be protected, and they've died. And it's going to be a lot of statistics on child abuse, and I think the numbers are going to be shocking to some of you guys. Like, I don't think that people realize how many children die every year and how that number is increasingly growing over just in the past couple of years from child abuse. And there's so many things out there that we can do to help stop this.
Absolutely.
And so that's what the show will be about. I'm going to have so much things to talk about at that time.
So much things.
So many things. Because it's one of those topics that I could talk about for ever, because I'm a survivor of child abuse, I guess you could say. So
yeah, no, not I guess you are. I know your story.
So it's one of those things that really does touch me deep when I hear about children. Like, one of the children that we will discuss on, or I'll discuss on there, is the Fernandez boy, Gabriel Fernandez. That boy. Come watch the show. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give out any more. I don't want to give no hands out to nobody.
Right.
But I'll just say that this girl over here, she was a big crybaby when she. Yeah.
Don't be crying, baby. You don't have no time for crying, okay? That Big Rich is telling you that right now,
Listen, Linda.
Well, folks, that's about all we got for tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know it was a little somber. We had a lot of dark stuff, not as funny, laughing stuff. Big Rich not being his funny old gregarious self. But we love you all, and some weeks it's going to be like that. So with that said, God bless, stay safe, and have a wonderful night. Let's see, maybe we have the song. Want to play it out with a song tonight, Lee?
I don't
know. You guys want to play it out with a song?
I was starving, now I'm eating till my belly full. From up north, we get cold, you need a heavy coat. Scared to end up on a shirt before a centerfold. Devil on my back, target on me daily too. Play for keeps, don't tweet. It's not peace, don't speak. 24, no sleep. This is real, no tweet. My bros for life, can't break this link. Family on my side, baby stay around me. I don't want no combo, I want checks. I don't want the second, I want this. I'm all in my ass way, I'm a wreck. I've been moving like a hot mess. I don't want no combo, I want checks. I don't want the second, I want this. I'm all in my ass way, I'm a wreck. I've been moving like a hot mess. Want that combo, better know you'll need a check from me. Can pay to play, the sun that still won't get a cent from me. I mix the fit up with the side like it's a remedy. I mix it up inside the pot, watch it drip while it drop. Time to take it to the top. Chips all in the middle like it fall, no I won't flop. We gon' pop like a soda can top. To me this is nothing, call my bluff and I won't stop when I flex. I don't want no combo, I want checks. I don't want the second, I want best. By any means, that's a triple threat. Yeah, this is getting bigger, I might flex. I don't want no combo, I want checks. I don't want the second, I want best. I'm all in my head, swear I'm a wreck. I've been moving like a